Well, good morning, and hello there, YouTube. How the heck are you guys this morning? It is a beautiful, though quite cold at the moment. It's not really, it's actually warmer than it's been the last few mornings. I think it was like 44 when I walked out to jump on the bike. But with no, other than the quarter fairing, no other wind protection, that feels colder than what I'm used to. It's kind of cheating riding on the Spider and the Street Glide. You got all that protection. And on the Street Glide that I rode yesterday, I put the soft lowers on, and man, that makes that thing way more protected against the elements. It's amazing the difference. Just slipping those things, it takes literally about 10 seconds to put them both on. You just slide them over the engine guard and clip the clip, and they're on. Oh man, look how stunningly beautiful this is. That's Carroll's Bluff. That's what I was riding on up against the edge up there with the Street Glide yesterday coming home. That's way up there, my friend. It seems odd for me to be riding the iron to work because I very seldom do. I'm like most people, you got other things that are way more comfortable, so it's easy to wimp out and go for the luxury, going to work. But as I'm riding along here, just thinking, this thing is not bad at all. It's quite comfortable. I mean, you can absolutely travel on this thing big time. But in the whole scheme of things, some of the stuff I've ridden, this iron would be the luxury bike. And like I say, it's nice and comfortable. Doesn't do anything weird. It's heavy enough. It's just heavy enough it doesn't get tossed around too much by the trucks. Like I ride that DR650 down the freeway, and man, you gotta take a wide berth when you pass semi-trucks. Because, they have a point where they suck you in and another point where they blow you out. You just want to keep your distance. I can literally run in the right tire track and run right along the side of them with the iron. It won't do anything weird. I'll show you. But you guys know what I'm talking about. You get towards the back of these trucks and they'll pull you in. They try to pull you into that suction that's going on, and then they push you out right here. Not bad at all. So how is it a rock can't just hit the ground and just gracefully go sliding off to the side? Why does it almost appear to gain speed, create a whole new life and inertia for itself, and then come back and attack you? I know that's what it does when it falls off a semi-truck or something. Because by the time they come back and hit you, that thing is all kinds of angry. Welcome to another lovely evening ride home after work. It is fantastic out here. I'm seeing it's over 70. Looks like by my gauge, I would say about 74. I'll take it. Oddly enough, that's not as warm as what it was yesterday. It was, well, actually, in the same place, this is probably warmer. Because it was 69 when I left the store yesterday. And it's over 70 today. I have successfully stopped at another freaking fuel station. Yesterday when I stopped here, I took the back roads to Kalama. We'll have to take some different back roads today. Welcome to a ride home MotoVlog on the old iron. I was about to dive into that thing a lot quicker until I realized I didn't clearly see that road, the surface. want to risk any gravel or anything being on that thing. That's something I do not want to show you. God, is it gorgeous out here. I was thinking of taking a different route. One, I've taken you on it before, but half of it, and with the sun the way it is, half of it the sun would be in your face. So I would have to do the MotoVlog going up the hill and then just stop it. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna keep on heading north and get up here in my old stomping grounds. I can't even remember the last time I took the iron through here. But the freeway, both going to work and coming home, was perfectly fine on the old iron. I was comfortable. The old Mustang seat, she's still not letting me down. What's amazing is how the thing is actually smaller than the stock seat, but yet it feels like it has more room, because you're not like, I hope that didn't hit my lens, because you're not locked into that one spot. Man, there is a lot of bugs. A whole bunch of bugs. One of the things is bound to tag my lens before I get to wherever I'm going. I kind of wanted that shield up a little bit, but that's just going to make a bunch of noise, won't it? But, you know, when you ride with the shield down, you kind of have that stifled sound. But man, I was just driving down the freeway there thinking about this July for the Yellowstone MotoVlogger meetup. Sorry to keep wiping the lens. I just want to make sure there's not some great big nasty. The other thing I was thinking about is what I did with my mirror this morning after I got to work. I'm hoping I still left it in my first gear jacket that I was wearing over this Harley jacket before. I don't know if you can see. Can't see it. But anyway, I hope I left it in there. I don't remember taking it out and stuffing it anywhere. I'm pretty sure I had it with me. In fact, I'm quite positive I had it with me, because I had this. If I'm going to get bugged, you're likely to get it on this. At slower speeds, at higher speeds, the wind just whizzes. In fact, even right now, that's just a dead pocket right there. The wind is hitting me about mid-face shield, kind of the same as it has the last couple of years. In case you're new to the channel, and I haven't mentioned that to you 20 times yet. Now look at that thing. You just got nothing but like these weird, I don't know how you describe them. They look like little, they're not leaves, they're like buds is what they look like buds that you smoke. So I don't know how those become leaves. Maybe they're all just curled up and they blossom. But see, look, ooh, something really stunk right there. I mean, like skunk type stunk. Ooh, there, holy crap. Oh, hell, and it's stuck in my helmet now. Man, that had to be a dead skunk over there. What the hell are you doing? Oh, man, it's very definitely in my helmet. Wow, that was brutal. Whew. I think it's in my... Oh, what the hell? The road's wet. What is this? Are you freaking kidding me? Why is this wet? Oh, you know what? They were watering them fields is what they were doing. Well, I don't see any equipment out there. Why else would you... How else would it get wet? It hasn't rained through here. Man, that's crazy. That smell is... It's probably more in my head now than it is. Ooh. I feel like I still smell it. Well, I can't stop at my bridge. I got a little... That van that was turning around is now rushing up on me. Man, that smell, I completely forgot what I was talking about. I know I was talking about the Yellowstone thing. I'm very excited about that. I feel like this is going to be another Utah. Not that Yosemite wasn't fantastic, but Yosemite was not Utah. I mean, it was fun and everything else, but I mean, you kind of go into this area, you check it out, and you're out. And it's like there was nothing in between. Nothing before, nothing after. It was just in that one little area. You know, and don't get me wrong, it was majestic as hell. Those back roads were still in the park, and we took off and went to the, where were we? The northeast end of the park? But anyway, that was all beautiful. Got to see a bear in the wild. It wasn't a very big one, but it was a brown bear, which is pretty impressive to see. A brown bear just kind of hanging out. He must frequent that area a lot because he didn't seem to be concerned at all with all the people that were around. But anyway, I still, and we discussed this as we're riding and whatnot, that it's going to, even before we got to Yellowstone, you know, joking, saying, it's going to be hard to beat Utah. You know, all the beautiful places that just goes for miles and miles and miles, and just with every turn and every mile, there's something, another awing moment, you know. Well, hello there, moo cows. Yeah, Utah's incredible. And I can't wait because Callie and I are going to a spider meetup. It's called the Red Rock Spider Rally. I know it's Red Rock something, but that's in St. George. Well, of course, if you go into St. George, that's where we met up last year. If you go into St. George, you got to check out Zion and all the cool places there. And it'll be in September, so that just, the weather should be much better. That should just be magical. So my hopes for this year are extremely high for some really, really cool. Utah is a given. I've been there, done that. Can't wait to go back, kind of a thing, you know. The water's slowly going down, getting to the more of a normal look to it. I always wonder when you're sitting on a Harley, you know, because they do have, you know, quite a rumble when they're idling. And, you know, of course, the sound. You wonder if the fishermen aren't just going to get that godforsaken thing out of here. Goddamn motorcycle people. Because they always give you a look like, it's not that look like, oh, cool, look, a motorcycle. It's kind of a look like, if I could throw something at you, I probably would. You guys that are big fishermen, motorcycles sitting there idling, sound pulses, and I mean, they do shake when they idle. That's not enough shake to transfer anything in the ground, but the noise good. The noise very well good. God almighty. You know, like riding this week. This has been, you know, I tell you guys, you know, that these long winters, you know, they're long and wet. You finally get sick and tired of them, and, you know, you just deeply start missing riding. But when it turns nice, it is literally like a kid going to Disneyland. You just look around in awe. I mean, it's the same place. This is the way it looked. See that truck coming down? That's what I'm afraid I'm gonna meet. Taking this left-hand turn one of these days. But anyway, that's why you just kind of look around, you see the things blooming, and it's nice out. And what is it? 70, right at 75. I mean, I could be riding with a t-shirt on if I wanted to. But that is so magical, and that'll last for quite a while. It's just like you're oohing and on at everything. You're just so thankful to be out riding. Just that unbelievable cheer that you get out of it. You know, and I remember being a kid, growing up in the South, you know, the weather was pretty consistent, you know. There wasn't a whole lot of times you couldn't ride. And you just didn't get that same pleasure when you finally got a nice day, because there is not finally a nice day, it's always a nice day. It's magical, that's all I gotta say. Makes you very thankful. And then on the flip side of that, you know, it's a bummer because you can't ride. Well, you can ride, but you're just going to get wet and ruin your motorcycle. And I know people say, oh, it doesn't ruin the motorcycle. I work in the motorcycle business. I see what riding a motorcycle in the rain does. It ruins your motorcycle. No question, it ruins it. I mean, a little spat here and there, you get caught in the rain on a trip, but you, if it's your daily driver and you ride it in the rain, it ruins your motorcycle. That's it. It'll still run. You know, it still functions, it's still fun to ride, but bizarre things start wearing out. All that dirt and stuff that's all on your frame or whatever, you get wire looms that rub against something, finally wear through, and you get these mystery electrical problems, and you go through wheel bearings, brake pads, chains. It's just, your bike looks haggard in no time. So I just don't ride in the rain. Something like that Venture, you know, nothing's really exposed on that thing. It's shaft drive, and you know, but I wouldn't drive that thing every day to work. It just wipes it out. But anyway, I mean to go off on a little tangent there, but you can you normally don't ride, but there's this peacefulness. The short days, and there's like not this pressure to go out and make sure you get all your lawn stuff done, and you know, you don't have this guilty feeling of sitting around researching stuff on the computer and doing weird things like that. And it's actually very pleasurable. It's very relaxing. So it has its, you know, flip side. It has its very good points. And my mom, you know, she's from Ireland. She absolutely loves it. She goes, you know, this is just like home. You know, everything's green and wet. Loved it. And the one thing is it very seldom rains enough that you can't just go out and do whatever you're going to do outside anyway. Literally. It's uncommon to have a typhoon. Although these last couple years, man, some of our rains have been pretty violent. Pretty crazy stuff going on, but I think the world has got knocked off its axis or something. Global warming, whatever it is, but our winters are becoming more violent storm-wise. But for the most part, it's just sprinkles. You don't wear any kind of raincoat. Nobody carries an umbrella. I mean, the only time you ever see an umbrella around here is in a heavy, heavy downpour when you go through one of those storm periods. And pretty rare. You can just wear whatever you wear, walk into the store, go walk around the park. It's not going to get wet. The rain is just light. It's enough to keep everything wet. But anyway, the winters have the good side. But being a motorcyclist, it very much so has a negative side. So as far as riding goes, you can, if you don't care about your motorcycle. But oh, he's going to turn. Are you really going to turn? Yeah, he's going to turn. But anyway, it's all good. But boy, when that summer comes around, is it magical. Magical, magical, magical. And you're so thankful for it. But even, you know, after it's been nice for a while because it stays dry for so long. Just dry and hot. You know, you get to where I'm not going to go for a ride today. You know, riding to work just becomes this, you know, everyday thing. It's funny how you lose that glory of it. You know, it's like you take advantage of it, and I think you really do. Because you know tomorrow's going to be nice. You know the next day is going to be nice. You know weeks down the road is going to be nice. There's no planning or, you know, like, oh man, super nice today, and you know the day's getting longer. I'm going to go for a ride today. Well, it's going to be that way for the next month. You know, it's going to be that for the next few months. And I'm sure we're all guilty of it. You're so happy to get something new, and then it just becomes an old hat, you know. And that's what winter does too. Winter just finally, at first it's kind of cool. It's interesting, it's raining. You know, it's dry for so long, you can't even imagine it being wet out here. I mean, your mind just can't go, God, just think. In the winter, this stays wet all the time. And you just can't even envision in your head what it looks like to be wet out here. And then it starts to hit, and it's always just like, it always seems dark. You know, you go, oh shit, I remember what it was like. All right, I changed my mind. Let's go back. But I love the very distinct seasons. Well, the last couple of years, our snow has been almost non-existent. It's kind of crazy. But that's all that change is going on. These kids have been swimming. Yeah, somebody's got a swim pool, or they're swimming down one of these watering holes down here. Kids are crazy. That's what they've been doing. They're swimming down that little water hole. There is no way that creek water wouldn't just make you scream if you jumped in it. Look at how that guy's clearing out all his trees. Okay, do we got good smells today? Nothing. Not an absolute, just a hint. It's amazing how the direction of the wind can just absolutely stifle the smell of that thing. Anyway, I have rattled on way long enough, so I'm going to conclude this ride home moto vlog and bid you guys adieu. And thank you very, very much for hanging out, watching me just literally rattle on about nothing going down the road. But enjoying the old iron. I know a lot of you guys like these things. There's a lot to like. They're a tremendous amount of fun. So anyway, so I don't do the same old and drive you up the road and say goodbye in the same spot. Right here on the corner, I'm going to say goodbye. And once again, thank you very, very much. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll be riding tomorrow. We'll come up with something else. All right. Take care now. Bye-bye.